All right, guys, this is David here, and we are on chapter 7. And previously on chapter 6, where I talked about the pattern, the MMM structures, the cycle, the MAAW, the WVVM. Okay, I just did the drawing. Now I'm going to go over the candlesticks, a real chart, to show you where the M's and W's are so you guys can see it better. Okay, so for an example, bearish cycle is an M, level 1A, level 2A, level 3, the peak formation low is a W, level 1, level 2, and an M. Okay, and that's works in return as well, like WVVM starts from here and then MAAW, either or. But now I'm going to go on the charts and I'm going to try to show you guys, and I'm going to show you how to basically place a trade, exit a trade, and basically follow up with your trade, etc., etc. Okay, so this might be a little bit longer than other videos, but this will be more in details, so pay attention. This is one of the important part of the video of the course, so stay tuned. All right, so basically you need to create a TradingView account. Once you have that account, I want you guys to go and basically fix your charts, whatever color you like, and go to the 4-hour time frame and add a RSI 14. Okay, once you add an RSI 14, you can add 21 as well if you want, but I like 14 as well. So now for an example here, what I have taught is a MAAW, WVVM. Okay, so now you would be like, when you come to this chart, when it's naked, like nothing is marked up, you won't be able to see it. But you have to have a good eye to see it. And this is a peak, and this is where the M was formed. Okay, and now what happened, the price came down, made the level. As you can see, it made the first level right here. The M was here, divergence was here, level 1, and the price broke this structure, okay, and the price consolidated here, probably for 1 week or 2 weeks. And now the price broke down below, made the first leg over here and the second leg over here. As you can see, the second leg is lower than the first leg, but on the RSI, the second leg is above the first leg, right? So that's considered as a divergence. So once you recognize a divergence, all you got to do, since you follow this cycle, MAAW, what you got to do, you got to find the divergence. Once you find the divergence, what you going to do? You're going to go back to the trading view. Once you go back to the trading view, this is what you're going to look at. Let's see. This is what you're going to look. Oh, no. This is what you're going to look at. M, level 1, level 2. I mean, it's hard to draw it here, but I'll show you. Level 1, level 2, and the W right here. Okay? Once you find the W, okay, now pretty much what you're looking for is a snatcher indicating you a buy. So once it tells you a buy, you can place a trade right around here. Okay? Once you place the trade around here, all you got to do is follow up with the market maker structure. Now, you go back to the trading view and look at here. Price went up. Okay, this is basically the resistance level. Price went up, consolidated here. So now you can count as this one as a level 1. Now, the price needs to break this point. And guess what it did? It did break this point, went above, it made the level 2. But at this point, when you enter this trade, give yourself at least 100 pip or 200 pip stop loss. And that should be based on 0.01 per $1,000 account. So basically when you do that, is basically you're taking 1%. If it's 100 pip stop loss, you're taking a 1% risk. If it's a 200% stop loss, you're taking a 2% risk. Okay? But you have to know that for a fact, the price can go way higher. All right, for an example, 200 pips you risked, and the price went up around 600 pips. So that's around 6%. Okay, you're risking 1% to make 6%. So now you gotta make sure you gotta follow up. So how do you follow up? Is basically when the price consolidates, goes in a sideways movement, that's where the level 1 is. And once the level 1 is created, you can use a support or resistance, like here for an example. It's easier to recognize once the point is breaking, like for an example this level, one sec, right here, like that, right here. Oop. Like that. Okay, so whenever these levels are broken, like for an example here, right there, okay, once this price broken down, it stayed under, right? It didn't break this line. It didn't break this high, correct? Come on. It didn't break this high. It just stayed under. And the price broke this low. Guess what happened? It stayed under, right? It stayed under this support, and it made the new resistance, and the price stayed under, and guess what happened? It basically stayed under here, this level, and made the W. When the W is created, okay, now as you can see, the price stayed up. It consolidated here, and it just went down for a little bit, but then the price rejected back up, and the continuation to the upside. Now you made the resistance level right here, okay? Now when the price breaks up, that's the level 2. Now for the level 2, all you gotta do is mark it up like that. And price breaks above, guess what happens? And now it makes the M. And guess what happens? Now it makes a divergence. Now if you go to the MT4, what happens is it's telling you, what is it telling you? It's a sell zone, it has a divergence, and it falls on in the market maker structure. You can sell it, but I like to choose, I mean, you can sell this trade. I mean, it can be a continuation trade. It can do a MAAW, WVVM, MAAW again. Sometimes it doesn't, but sometimes it does. But most likely this is the 100% guaranteed trade. Once it completes, you're good to go. Focus on the next trade. But if you like to trade, you can trade that too as well. Okay, now this is one example. Now I'm gonna go for GBP/USD. Okay, so now here, what happened here? Let me see. GBP/USD. All right. Okay, right on this level. Now refresh it. Okay, there we go. Okay. All right, I see a WVVM, another pattern inside another big pattern, and I'll show you here. Basically, this is a, if I have to zoom in, now I'm gonna see it better. Right around, I think this is where it's showing W level 1, level 2. Okay, so on the MT4, okay, right here is a different pattern, and I'm going to show you. Basically, right here is a W, okay, and basically it's a low, and then the price went up, okay, created a level 1, and the price went up again, broke the structure, remember, broke the structure, went back up, made the big consolidation for probably 2 months, most likely, I think. Okay, and then now the price is making a higher high, but the RSI is now making a higher high. It's making a divergence in a bigger structure. If you go on it on a MT4, what you see? You see a sell zone right here, right? So now it's a good confirmation that it's a sell. But if you looked into this pattern, I mean this W right here, level 1, level 2, M, is right around this level. So if I remove this, for an example, just for an example, if I remove this and I count this one as a pattern, if I count this one as a pattern right here, that's what you see on the MT4. This is what you're seeing on the MT4, okay? Here, all you gotta do is you find a divergence, right? There is a divergence for you, okay? And now this is a level 1. This is a consolidation. You just make it into a block, and this is a level 2 consolidation, okay? You can make it this like that. Come on. Like that, level 2. Now, if you look at here, what do you see? This one is an M right here. It has a divergence. Okay, it has a divergence right here, a small one right there. Okay, and the price break basically pretty much broke down below crazy amount. And this one can be a small level 1, but it can be a smaller structure inside the bigger structure. Okay, so never get fooled by these kind of things. Sometimes the price basically can reject on you and then keep going up, and you will be wondering where am I? Okay, right now if you look at it, it looks a nice structure has been broken, a bullish structure has been broken. You can expect a nice level 1 right there, level 2, probably a drop. Okay, if it doesn't drop, you can expect it to go up, make a higher high, and then drop. Okay, that will be considered as a market maker structure. Okay, level 1, level 2, an M big formation, and then drop. Or if it gives you a W, you're good. It can be a smaller structure, smaller cycle within a week, within 2 weeks. This is like within 2 weeks. This was within 2 months. Okay, this is a bigger structure. This is a smaller structure. You can probably see it on the 1 hour time frame. This one, all of this. But 4 hour, it's much more better. You get more pips. It's much more easy on you. You don't have to check that much. Okay, so it can be a drop till this low and then reject up, make a W and go up. Then it will be a cycle, W, VVM, M, AAW. But if it doesn't, if it just goes up, then it's basically a W, VVM, and then you can expect a bigger drop, a bigger structure drop. For example, this. Or W, level 1, level 2, and this is a bigger M that I'm looking at too as well. Okay, so basically on the second leg, I'll be selling. All right, pretty much if the price goes up on the second leg, I will be selling. So that's basically it for GBP USD. So let's go on to the next one, probably NZD USD, and see how that goes. NZD USD, NZD USD. All right, for an example, NZD USD. You can see the price went up, came down, down, down. This is the lowest form, lowest low, right? So once the lowest low is formed, you have to find it's a W, right? Now it's a W, now it's not an M, it's a W. So have you found a divergence? Yes. And have you notified this? Yes, it's there, right? So now what you're looking at is, now where's the consolidation? The consolidation is right here, where the price consolidated, okay? That considered as a level 1. And now the price consolidated much more, probably for 3 weeks. And you can consider this one as a level 2. Now, as you can see, this is the highest point, right? Now, this was the highest point that was created. Now the price is at the 200 EMA. So the price can go reject this level and go up, make a higher high. But at the same time, remember this, that this part won't be broken. This will be always be lower low. Now you might get a nice divergence. And when you do get a nice divergence, guess what? It's a nice sell. For now, NZD USD, it's a buy. Okay? And on your pattern, it's basically, it can go up and then down. So when the price is right here, all you gotta do is check the divergence and check the snatcher if it's a sell. Once it's a sell, the snatcher indicates everything and it's a divergence, you're good to go and good to sell. So basically, the best thing to do is wait on this trade to go finish this pattern, and then you can sell MAAW, okay? So WVVM, MAAW, okay? Now, on to the next one. Oh, let's try USDJPY. All right, so USDJPY, what do I see here? I mean, it's hard to see, but okay, there we go. M level 1, level 2, W level 1, level 2, M formation. You probably are like, what the heck are you talking about? Let me go and show you. USD JPY. All right, now probably you might see it clearly because it's drawn. On the chart, it's not drawn. So when you draw it, you kind of see it clearly. For an example here, M was formed, okay? And the M was formed. The sell signal was here. And then you could have sold it, but it's best to wait over here. Level 1, level 2 consolidation. As you can see, the W was placed, second leg is made, divergence. When the divergence is made, the pattern is finished. All you gotta do is go back to the MT4 and check if it's a buy. And guess what? Click buy, bam. And once you click buy, you're up in the trade and then profit, straight up profit. And then you wait on the trading view, it's better. So all you wait for the second pattern. As you can see, this was a resistance, broke out, created level 1, level 2, now level 3. Level 3 created an M. An M ended up being a what? A divergence, right? And then at the same time, it became a resistance, support and resistance point. Okay, here it never came and did the support, but it did the resistance right there, and the price rejected. This is where you can sell it. You can sell it here. It's up to you. But you have to count the levels and exit accordingly. For an example, this one can be a nice level 1. All right. Oh, come on. Level 1, and this is a level 2, big consolidation. Okay, now the divergence is right there. This is the first leg of a W, went up, came down, and this is the first leg. And this bullish candle is an engulfing candle. It's chopping off the whole week. What does it indicate? It's a bullish trend. Now, if you look over here, guess what? It's a divergence, right? So now MAAW, WVVM. MAAW, guess what the next stage is? WVVM, right? So now you can expect the price to go back up, right? From here, this point. Now, if you go to the MT4, what does the MT4 say? The MT4 says buy 2. So pretty much now you can easily buy this trade with a confidence and have a stop loss. Since the second leg is already created, you can have your stop loss here and buy this trade. Most likely your take profit would be right around this level. Depends if the level 1 is created. Level 2, level 3, right on this level. Okay, so that's how you trade, guys. And now let me go back. Let me go to XAU USD. All right, there's a lot of pairs that you can go through, buzz around through, and you will see it. And this is XAAU, all right? So, and there's another pattern that you're not familiar with. It's a V top and a V bottom. A V top and a V bottom is basically consider a V bottom and an A top. That's what you can call it. It's much more easier for you to understand. It's basically, this one is an A, right? I mean, this one doesn't have a second leg, as you can see, right? And when they don't do it, it's not an invalid pattern, it's a valid pattern. It just, the thing is, the market never did it. The pressure was too much for a sell, and the price just rejected it and didn't want to go up, okay? So for an example here, W was placed here, okay, at the low, divergence was there, level 1 consolidation, level 2 consolidation. The price went up, and what I was waiting for over here, I was waiting for the price to go back up to sell it, okay? But this was NFP. When the price continued to drop, I drew a trend line as a technical analysis, and then I saw this price was rejecting at this point and made the hammer, so I ended up selling it, and I hold it at this level. This is my take profit level was, because this was a support. And as you can see, this one created a level 1, level 2, and a drop. And when the drop happened, first leg and the second leg. The second leg, guess what happened? The second leg was not lower, and this one was lower, right? This one was lower low, and this one was a higher high. Now, you can expect the price to go back up. And this might not be the level 1. This might be the level 1. This might be the level 1. And this might be a level 2. But I'm just waiting on how the market plays out. Okay, how the market structure plays out. This can be a level 2, a big level 2, and you can see the price going back up again here. And when the price does, you can expect a M formation right there and a drop again. All right. So all we got to do is just wait, and we'll see what happens. All right. So now, is it a good idea to sell? Depends. I mean, it all depends how you see the market. Sometimes, like I said, just before I was explaining you, I had a box right here. But what did I say before? That you have to draw your lines, support and resistance level. So this is the W resistance, right? Right there. The price went up. So you can count this one as a level 1. You have to count this one. Now, when the price broke this level, what happened here? It went up, made the second level. So now the price needs to go break this point to make an M. And the M can be formed right around this level. Okay, the M can be formed right here, and a nice little drop from this point. I don't know, it can be drop here, and then drop there, and then drop here. Like that. It can be. I'm just drawing it just in case. Like that. Okay, but you never know, but we'll see what happens. Basically, now you know the pattern is there. All you gotta do is play out, and when the M is formed, then you can sell it. Okay? Now, let's go to another pair, AUD JPY. All right, AUD JPY. Here's a nice divergence that I've seen. Level 1 consolidation, level 2 consolidation, M formation. This was an M. Okay, for an example, this was an M. You were gonna say, okay, hey David, this is an M. There was a divergence, and if you go on the AUD JPY, where is it? Probably there was a sell signal. Okay, for an example. But what you did, you sold right there. You put your stop loss right there, and you expected the price to drop. The price didn't drop, but and basically, then you have to see, I mean, you have to basically see that if the price didn't respect, you probably took a loss, 1%. And when the price drops, you're in profit. You can move your stop loss to in profit and just wait. And if the price goes in profit, then you can pretty much close the trade. Depends on the level. But if the price went up, then you have to see it in a different way. For an example, now you can see much better, right? This is an M formation. This is a second leg. There's a big divergence. So now when you see the big divergence, now you just have to wait. Basically, you can sell this trade right now pretty much at the breakout, trendline breakout. This is a technical prospect of it. But if you delete this, then pretty much you can sell it right on here. There's a still divergence right here. Okay, there's still a divergence right there. Right here, okay? Right there. So now you just gotta wait and see where the price pretty much drops from this point onwards. This can be a level 1 right here. And just wait, you know, consolidation, drop, a W. or this can be a M right here, and this can be a low, and it needs to be breaking down a consolidation over here. This consolidation can be right around this point. But most likely, this is the consolidation that I'm looking at. Okay, consolidation that I'm looking at right here. There. Okay, so there's a different point of view to look at the market. Not everybody looks at the same, but it does help if you have 4 or 5 people looking at the same chart in a different way, and you can correct it to the best point of view, right? If you don't see it, don't force it. This is the thing. If you don't see the pattern, don't force it, and don't try to make it into a pattern. You want to see the easiest way. Like when you open the chart, like a blank chart like this, all you got to do is like, okay, there, I see it, you know, like that. That's how easy it should be. Like you should spot it in a second. When you do that, those are the easy setups to trade. When you make it into a hard ones, then it's going to be much more harder. For example, I don't like this that much because this one is all right, because this was a low right here, and I don't like it that much. If this is an M, and if there's a consolidation, I will sell this trade, and I'll just reject all of this, right? I rather delete all of this and stick to this M, because it has a nice divergence, it has a nice M, and if it does a consolidation here, I know for a fact it's a level 1, and I'm gonna sell it. I'm gonna put my stop here, probably 100 pips, 200 pips. My take profit would be right around there, but most likely I'm gonna wait for the level 2 and level 3, the W, and then I'm gonna close my trade, and then I'm gonna buy in. Basically, that's what I'm gonna be looking at. If it's this part is difficult, if it's not like clear, then don't trade it. Just wait for the clear setups. Only the clear setups. But once the clear setup is there, for an example, this one is an M, has a divergence, all you gotta do is check if it says a sell. Here it was a sell. So once you sold this, you don't care about this part. Okay, once you see this, you can just move your stop loss to break even and you're good to go. Nothing to worry about, because you're a break even trade. If the price drops, you're good to go. All right, so that's pretty much it, guys. I mean, and I'll be basically doing a regular webinars and to follow up with you guys, and you guys need to send me charts analysis and basically draw it out, be clear, be very specific. Where's the M, where's the level 1, where's the level 2, and I'm gonna say if it's good, if it's wrong, and I'm just gonna correct you if there's anything errors that you guys making. But hopefully this video will help you guys understand the market very better and help you guys make some money in the market just like I am. Anyways, guys, this is it, and hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and thank you for everything. Bye-bye.